Okay, so as most of you know, I'm Adeline Holder, and I've been working with Dr. Mitchell and Cammie with Youth Outreach this summer. This week, Cammie and I have been working on analyzing and organizing the data that we got from Camp Turf. So this is kind of small, but it's just an example. We have pre-test results, post-test results, pre-survey, post-survey, and then finally exit slips, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. So a brief description of exit slips is they encourage the synthesizing of ideas, and they're crucial to comprehension. And according to the International Journal of Teaching and Learning in Higher Education, exit slips document learning, emphasize the process of learning, and evaluate the effectiveness of instruction. So throughout Camp Turf, periodically we would ask the students to fill out these exit slips. They would write down one thing that they learned, and then also a question that could be used on a test, so a question and an answer. And then Cammie and I have been working to organize those and just go through their responses. I have two examples of some of the exit slips we received. And as you can see, these students both are essentially asking the same question. They're asking questions regarding the bomb calorimeter that calorimeter bomb. Yeah, calorimeter that we use. So they're asking, how could you find the calories of a nut? But in the responses that we got, you can tell two very different levels of understanding. So one of them said, create a thing that burns the nut in a can, while the other says, burn the nut in a bomb calorimeter after measuring the starting temperature of the water, then subtract the starting temp from the heated temp. So as you can see, just in seeing their responses to this, we can see what the students actually got from the content versus more like a vague description of the activity. And then these exit slips just provide clarification of what the students are actually getting and how they're engaging in the content. So what questions do you all have for me?
So with the first one, the example A, how do you know if this student, like that's all they got, or if they were just like, okay, I really don't care about this?
Yeah, part of it could be that they just don't really know how to communicate their understanding, or it could be laziness. But either way, if I was actually in a teaching setting and this wasn't just a camp, I could go back and touch base on that and make sure that the student was really understanding it. So for that purpose, you would use exit slips in the classroom just to like kind of gauge your student's understanding and see if you need to go back. But yeah, it could be laziness, or they could just really not know or not even remember like the terminology to use, I guess. Yeah. Guthrie?
So did you have like all your kids put their names on the slips, or?
Yeah, we had them put the names on the slips just to make sure we had them all. But once we put them in the spreadsheet, we took the names off, so it's more anonymous. Yeah.
So did you use like exit slip questions from like last week you talked about using like the Kahoot stuff?
Yeah, so I took the exit slips, which is one form of informal assessment, and then I took like a lot of them overlapped, so a lot of them asked the same question like this, and then I put like most of the questions into a Kahoot. So it'd be 10 or 15 questions, and then that's another form of informal assessment that the students could engage in. And it's kind of nice because it's their own questions that they're asking too. Yeah.
So this process that you're using to kind of gain what the students are picking up or not, was that process approved by the institutional review board, or you know anything about that? Don't worry, I'm not turning you in. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Mitchell has for the surveys, the pre and post surveys, and this, no, because we're not publishing it. It's more just, she's like, hey, figure it out. But that's why when we did put it into the spreadsheet, we didn't put any identifying factors. It's just their responses because I already, and so there's no way you could tie back to which, like, I can tell you who asked example B just because I know, I put them in and I know the student, like, that student was very attentive in every session. But if somebody else was to look at this, there would be no way to know who's no one. So, yeah. I know she did do for some of the stuff, but not for all of it. That's what I was going to explain to them. So IRB, if you're going to work with humans, it's called the Institutional Review Board. And so basically you have to submit your proposal and like what you're going to do, and they have to approve it. So you're not taking advantage of anybody, or like, there's a lot, like, I don't know, what's the word they use? Like children, and then minorities, and then like special groups and stuff. They just have really strict rules. So that's what Dr. Greenberg is asking about. So if you're going to do any type of research that involves humans, you pretty much have to go through them. So.
Anything else? No? Thank you.